NASCAR Camping World Truck Series heads to Gateway. Live coverage beginning at 2 Eastern. NASCAR on speed, and that is tomorrow. We are back with Brian Vickers, and it's time to open up that big old shell garage and take a ride around this Richmond International Raceway. Brian?
Yeah, where do I start? This is coming out of turn 4 here, getting ready to come to the green. In the qualifying lap, it's actually pretty important. You know, how the speed you carry to the green to get down into turn 1. You turn down a 1, you got to be really careful getting into 1 here. The car can really get loose. As a rookie, I've tore some cars up there. I don't know if you did or not. But coming out of 2, it gets really tight. It's a D-shaped 3/4 mile. Same thing going down into turn 3. Really tight entry there, and then the track really opens up coming off.
Going in turn 1 like Brian, it's very easy to overdrive the corner. You want to try to get your car turned because turn 2 just falls away from you so fast right here, and the outside wall can really sneak up to you in a hurry. Going into turn 3, you want to try to get it turned and use as much of this front straightaway as you can. A lot of the cars I was around today, Brian, off of turn 4 right here was getting pretty loose. I'm thinking tomorrow night on long runs and stuff like that, forward bite's going to come into play and also get your car turning in the center. Actually, how was your car?
I saw the 083 pointed to the infield one time off turn 2, big time.
Yeah, it jumped out from under me there for a little bit. I thought I was still up in Eldora.
Oh, hey,
hold on to it. Whoa, easy.
Yeah, your limit.
Yeah, absolutely. No, mainly we followed tight in the center. Well, we started out practice trying something different, and you know, now that we don't test anymore, it's hard to really try stuff, and it didn't work out for us. So we went back to more of a conventional deal and stuff that we've run well here in the past with, and the car was pretty good from that point on. Maybe just a little tight in the center, good in, good off. But you're right, a lot of guys, including myself, out towards the wall at 4. That's always kind of been a little bit here. You'll go wide open, and right out the wall, you have to roll out of it a little bit and start to spin the tires. Seems like it gets worse and worse every year. It just gets a little worse.
Roll out of it. You might try that. I haven't thought of that. Yeah, thought about that. Write that down. Got it. Go ahead, Jeff.
Roll out. Brian, with all of this kind of coming down to this one final race, normally you like to have a lot of fun, and I'm sure, you know, being down in Fort Lauderdale or up in New York, you know, just doing things, having it kind of like away from the racetrack. But are you spending more time in the Charlotte area, at the shop, getting ready for what's going on here? Or
Yeah, to a certain extent. I mean, I've always tried to spend time in the shop, whether it be, you know, 1 day a week or 2 days, or you know, sometimes I'll be gone for a week or 2, and then I'll be in the shop all week, and you know, just really to be there for the guys. For the most part, they don't want me there too much because I tend to just mess things up. And
most drivers do, just so you know, you're not by yourself.
Okay, that's not just me. That's perfect.
Been there, done that. It goes all the way back to Darrell Walton. I can attest.
Okay, I'm just there for moral support. Yeah. They don't let me actually touch anything. But no, I mean, obviously I do debriefs and meetings every week with the team, the crew chief, and talking about setups and what we can do and what I need out of the car, you know, what we can do better next time we come back to this track we just ran, and what I feel like we need going into the next race. You know, definitely spending some time at the shop, but there's always that fine balance between, you know, as a driver, when you're in the shop, very little work gets done by the crew, and if you do anything, it's usually wrong. And then there's also that balance of just, you know, just trying to get away a little bit, you know, clear your mind. So when you get to the racetrack, you're pumped, you're excited to be here, you're anxious to get out on the racetrack, and you're focused.
You know, Brian, you do a little bit of Nationwide Series racing, and obviously you're always very competitive driving for Todd Braun. I've said all along, he probably has the strongest standalone Nationwide Series team in that garage area. At Michigan about a month ago, quite the race with Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski. I stand behind you. I really have a problem when somebody complains about you racing them hard.
Yeah, no, I mean, a hard race is a hard race. It's, I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to pull over and let somebody else win. I didn't realize that was what I was there to do. I'm there to win, and you know, as long as it's good, clean, hard racing, it is what it is. And you know, it's unfortunate that he handled that way, and I appreciate your support and agreeing with the situation. You know, I love what I do, and I want to win bad, but there's a line. You know, there's just a certain way that you should handle yourself.
And that's the 2 guys that you just saw there that will be battling Matt Kenseth for that 12th spot tomorrow night.
I love the post-race press conference. You guys are sitting right next to each other. Never look at me.
Never look. Just sit there.
Oh, and by the way, the next week at Bristol, they were in a pickup truck together.
Isn't it funny how fate works that way? You just every time. I'm sure you've experienced the same thing.
And they're still parked beside each other.
Yeah,
yeah, I know. Yeah. Whatever. That's just what life is. When I went in the conference room, I had a choice between the chair, you know, between us or right next to me. I just want to sit right there.
There you go.
Excellent.
Well, boy,
more with Brian Vickers when Trackside Live continues. Coming up a little bit later on, Casey